Put your hand to the ground. I'm gonna walk your hand to it. Stick your finger on the ground. Now go up the hill. Walk your fingers right up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. You're on it. You're on it. Go back. Go up. That's it. That's it.
It's a fossil.
It's a fossil. That's a, do you remember what we called it? Lay it on my hand so the camera can see. Remember what we called that one?
No.
Archimedes screw?
Yeah. Let's see if we can find another Archimedes screw.
Yeah. We need to come up here to this bigger rock up here. Kind of hard to see in this light, in that angle. But we're looking.
It's another fossil.
Yeah, so we're looking for things like that. Something you don't need. What'd you find? You did find one. JK just found his own. I believe this is part of a crinoid stem. It's lava. Well, get out. Get out of the lava. Not that fast. Pick it up and look at it. Look at how that look. Look at how it looks. Looks like a flower.
What is it called?
So this is the kind that I'm really after. This is a like a blastoid or crinoid head. Not sure which. I think it's a blastoid. Yeah, so this is something that my uncle used to bring me to do when I was a kid. Every time he came up for a visit, they lived a few hours away, but he would want to come fossil hunting. And we would do that right here in this exact location. And as you can see today, I've got my two boys with me, and I'm showing them where to go find them at. So a few of the different ones that you can find here are the Archimedes screw. Not exactly sure what it used to be, but it is a really neat one today, and it's really easy for kids to find when they see it. You can also find like little blastoids or crinoids. We'll put a picture out here for that. And they are really cool. To me, that's the cream of the crop of finding something, just because of how neat they look. And then also there are crinoid stems, plant stems, horn coral, and any variation of old like shells, of old what look like seashells. And you wouldn't think about it being right on the side of a major highway, but we've been out here about 20 minutes and the traffic has been pretty non-stop. We've been hearing cars coming. Good job.
And I've got a screw. And I've got a screw.
And he found an Archimedes screw, so it's pretty awesome. But yeah, the cars are non-stop. We hunt both sides of the roads here. We're not really digging for anything. We're literally just looking on the ground. So, and that's the best time to come look, is after a heavy rain, because it'll wash down all of this stuff up behind me. It'll wash the sediment down, wash the dirt off of the rocks and the fossils, so that you can see them better. I see another screw.
Where?
Right there.
Screw.
Yeah, you got one.
Screw. I just picked it up and threw it right there. I'm going to get my eyes really close, see what I can find. I got my eyes really close. Look,
that's a huge stem. Good job. So these would have been part of like a plant. Would have been kind of tall. And John Cohen is really in tune to finding those. Yep. Okay, so JK just found his first really good.
You don't have the camera turned on.
I do now. So JK just found his first really good horn coral. And that's a pretty neat piece.
We're fossil hunting. And what's my find?
Show me what you got, Joe.
Dinosaur bones.
Dinosaur bones. Whoa, that is a kind of a shell. That's a plant stem. Cool.
That's fun, but I'll be down. Who did that?
Did you find those by yourself?
I done a bone.
Okay, that's not
Done
right.
her
Don't do
bone.
that.
Done her
You
bone.
want to pick green. You stop. Oh.
Good.
You got a horn coral? Well, that's fantastic. Let's get a better look.
Not that.
Yeah.
Not that.
Ooh, more bug coming out.
And if you look here, we've got four Archimedes screws here. Trying to see them through the camera lens. And then pan right up here, screw here and a screw here, and then right here, flipped upside down, is a shell. So GoPro does not seem to be wanting to focus close up, but that's what we have. And Spider-Man's trying to get to me over here. Here, boys, see if you can pick up all these screws that are here. Excuse me, Spider-Man. Now you're shoving them down the bank. Look, I done found 3 shells here. And then look, screw, 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 screw. Pick them up.
Spider-Man.
Right there, Joe. Show me. We can't see them muddy fingers. Yeah. Another one. Okay, hand it to Grammy. Don't lose it. That's a good one.
Yay. I have another one, not that.
Yeah, look for another one.
Not that.
Not those.
Not that.
Well, how do you know it ain't that?
Not that.
So actually finding the fossils was entertaining for a while, but now the boys are just, they're playing in the mud. They're having a good time. Our biggest goal at this point is no longer finding fossils. It's to keep them just from sliding down the rocks to certain death. So yeah, so they've got lava going on and staying out of it and trying to cover it up with dirt, and just imaginations are running wild, and that's what it's all about. It costs absolutely nothing to drive up the road and find a place like this where you can pull over and fossil hunt and let the kids, you know, pretend that they're rock climbers or whatever they want to do. So they're having a blast. We are finding some pretty neat stuff, but I have not done this in years, and so it's really cool just to get back out here. My mom came with me, my sister's out here, they're kind of helping wrangle the boys, and so we're just having a blast. We've been dodging the rain all day, hoping for a clear chance to come out here. We're gonna look on a little bit further, and then we're gonna get home, get cleaned up, and we'll show you everything we found. So all of this with the fossils kind of started a few weeks ago with the boys when my mom dug out my old fossils to show them. And I decided, you know what, that would make a great video to take them and let them hunt their own. So just a few of mine here. You can see all of these are the blastoid heads. This is probably the biggest one that I have ever seen or found. And it's really good sized. This is a very large horn coral here, and a very large, mostly complete shell. And then you've got all kinds of the Archimedes screws here, as well as the crinoid stems. But this is my collection growing up with my uncle, going out and hunting. And you know, I've kept it for all of these years, but now it's time for the boys to start their own collection. So let's take a look at all the ones we found today. And so what I actually did, I ran to Harbor Freight and I picked the boys up a couple of these containers, and that's what we'll put their new treasures in. And I'm gonna get them all divided out, get them loaded up, and I'm gonna give that to them just a little bit later. So we got all the dividers here. These trays were only $5 or $6 a piece. That is the biggest expense in this entire project. So I'm gonna get all these sorted out into containers, get it divided up between the boys, and I'll meet you back here right about. So we got the boys' stuff pretty well divided up, fixing to go show it to them. I would say that the finds of the day were probably this massive blastoid here, and then this horn coral. It's just fascinating through the years that has stayed intact and hasn't broken due to the elements. So really neat there. A little disappointed with our shell finds. We didn't find just, any massive ones. And also we didn't really find a lot of, fully intact ones. I did forget to mention that on top of all these things that we could find at that particular location, this is a trilobite. This is the only example of one that I have ever found. And I was just a kid when I found this. I know my uncle, as well as some people he knows, have hunted that spot. And they have found complete ones, complete trilobites that were not in, that were not a part of other rock formations like this. And they are an incredibly rare find. Just to even be able to spot that, laying on the ground. But that is a trilobite. You can find them there. They're just very hard to find. But that's one that I found a long time ago, and it's part of my collection over here. Yeah, blastoids, crinoid stems here, and we weren't getting a very good angle of those while we were hunting them, but that's more or less what they look like. And so this would have been like an underwater plant, but these are just fragments or parts of the remains of those fossils. And what's really neat is in the end section is a star in the cross-section view. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, but I also hope that you're inspired to get your kids out. And just know, adventure is out there. You just got to find it. And it does not have to cost a lot for a kid to have the adventure of a lifetime. But thanks for watching. Please remember to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like it. And we'll catch you next time right here on the J Line.